Hello, my name is Patrick Flanery, and I am a jiu-jitsu practitioner. I started at the Hickson Gracie Jiu-Jitsu Academy 13, 14 years ago, and I started martial arts when I was 9 years old, and I've been involved in a number of different martial arts all throughout my life, my youth. I'm from Texas, so getting into squabbles with classmates was kind of a weekly occurrence. Started in Taekwondo when I was 9, worked my way through multiple martial arts, but I saw a couple of guys coming into a Shotokan karate dojo, and they were putting mats down on hardwood floors. And I saw the logo at the bottom of the gi, and to me at the time it said Rickson and then Gracie. And I recognized the Gracie name, and so I asked the gentleman that was helping putting the mats down, I said, Gracie, is that any relation to Royce Gracie? And he said, yeah, you know Royce, he's my brother. And I thought, oh, wow, you're brothers with Royce Gracie. That's incredible. I've seen him fight in the UFC. I've always wanted to train jiu-jitsu. I've never had the opportunity. Wow, that's great. He goes, hang on a second there. He went back and he came out with a gi, and he threw the gi at me. He goes, put the gi. I said, I've never trained jiu-jitsu. He goes, put the gi, man. You gotta like this. And I was doing triathlons at the time, so my cardio was off the charts. I was incredibly fit, and I was competing in just about every other martial art. And so I was fit, and I thought, okay, I'm going to give this a shot. I've always wanted to try it. And so I went through the class, which was basically, a lot of warm-up, one position, and then we went to open sparring. And so they said, pick somebody out, somebody that you want to spar with. And I picked a gentleman who's still a very dear friend of mine today. His name is Matt Akins. And he's about 135 pounds soaking wet. And I'm 170 and relatively fit. And I thought, okay, this guy's got a blue belt on. Now, blue belt is the first colored belt you get in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. In any other martial art, if an athletic guy off the street goes against a non-athletic person, it's received only the first belt in the martial art, he's going to have a tough fight on his hands. If not, come out defeated. So I thought, okay, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu's got this incredible reputation. If I stalemate with him, I'll really believe in Jiu-Jitsu. If this guy even holds his own with me, being that much smaller and weak and feeble and only a blue belt, well, needless to say, we sparred, and he could have urinated on me if he wanted to. There's absolutely nothing he couldn't do to me. He arm locked me, he choked me, he ankle locked me, knee barred me. He did everything. Very gentle. I mean, there was nothing I could do to prevent it. He would crawl his way around to my back and wrap his arms around my neck, and I was completely helpless. Now, there's one of two different types of people in the world. The first type of person goes through a situation like that and says, well, if it was a street fight, I would have elbowed and arm eye gouged and groin shot, and it would have been a different story. And then there's a second type of person that says, you know what, I got comprehensively wrecked and dominated. What do I need to exchange to have this kind of power over another man? Where do I sign up? And I was in the latter. I signed up that night, and I pretty much camped out at Hickson Gracie Academy for the next 5 years, and I was completely addicted. I've never experienced anything like that. To me, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is the martial art that we all thought martial arts had a magic in the 70s. Well, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is the only one that I found that really does have that magic, where if you know it and somebody else doesn't, you're fairly guaranteed to have a victory over that person. It completely changed and recalibrated everything I thought I knew about the combative arts. And what does Jiu-Jitsu do to you? It's going to make your car smell like a stinky gi. You're not going to have nearly as many nights with your wonderfully smelling girlfriend in front of the television. Your fingers are going to be mangled. Your toes are going to be hideously deformed. But you're going to get to train Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and it's going to completely change your life. It did to me.